It's strange how the people most desperate to leave a mark are sometimes the easiest to forget. Every achievement becomes an announcement. Every purchase becomes a photograph. Every opinion arrives slightly louder than it needs to. From a distance, it looks like confidence. Closer up, it's something else, a quiet fear that if nobody's watching, maybe none of it actually counts. Attention works like currency now. More eyes, more perceived value. At some point, a lot of us stopped asking, "Am I living a meaningful life?" and started asking, "Does my life look meaningful to other people?" The questions sound close. They lead somewhere completely different. Without noticing, we start carrying an audience around with us. Before speaking, we picture how it'll land. Before buying something, we wonder what people will think of it. Before deciding anything, we run reactions that will probably never happen. The audience isn't even out there anymore. It's just running in our own heads. That audience takes something from you, quietly. It takes the ability to experience something without immediately converting it into an image for someone else. A sunset becomes a photo before it becomes a memory. A promotion doesn't feel real until someone says, "Congratulations." Even happiness starts waiting for a witness before it counts. This is why being underrated has a kind of power nobody really talks about. Not invisibility, not pretending success doesn't matter. It's getting out from under the job of managing how you're perceived, which is exhausting in a way most people don't clock until they stop doing it. Carl Jung had a term for this, the persona, the social mask we build to function around other people. Useful thing, mostly. It helps you cooperate, earn trust, get along. But Jung's warning was that people get so attached to the mask, they start mistaking it for themselves. Instead of asking who they are, they spend years perfecting who they appear to be. Think about how much energy goes into just maintaining the appearance of things, looking successful, sounding smart, seeming busy. Every one of those is a performance, and performances cost something. The more you spend protecting an image, the less is left over for a life that actually feels like something. There's a real term for part of this, the spotlight effect. People consistently overestimate how much others notice their mistakes or appearance. Your mind acts like everyone's watching, when mostly everyone's busy, worrying about themselves the same way you are. Whole lives get shaped around an audience that barely exists. Then something happens when you stop performing. At first, it's uncomfortable. The quiet feels almost empty. Fewer compliments, fewer reactions, less instant validation. Your mind reads that as loss. It isn't. You're getting something back that you lost a while ago, your attention. Your thoughts start working for your own life instead of feeding someone else's read on it. You notice small things again. Conversations get better because they're not trying to impress anyone. Success feels lighter without the job of proving your worth attached to it. Even failure changes shape. It stops being public evidence you're behind and becomes private information you can actually use. Here's the irony in it. The people chasing attention hardest usually end up controlled by exactly the audience they're chasing. Every opinion redirects them. Every criticism knocks something loose. Every compliment lifts them for a minute before the next wave of doubt shows up. Someone underrated runs on a different rhythm. Their piece doesn't need applause to function. That's roughly where the shift starts. There's a reason loudness got this common. Not because people got more confident. Modern life just rewards visibility over depth, structurally. Every notification, every view, every compliment sends a small hit through the brain, and eventually, it learns something not great. I matter when someone notices me. Once that's wired in, silence starts to feel like loss, even when nothing actually disappeared. Which is why some people can't really enjoy something until it's shared. The happiness waits for someone else's permission. It turns into a public event instead of staying a private one. And the more someone depends on that recognition, the shorter it lasts. Yesterday's applause becomes today's baseline expectation, and the finish line just keeps moving. Edward Deci and Richard Ryan spent decades on what actually sustains motivation, work that became self-determination theory. People do better, longer term, when their actions come from curiosity and personal values instead of external reward. Sounds like a small distinction. It isn't. One person works to become someone they respect. Another works to become someone other people respect. Might look the same from outside, not even close on the inside. Erving Goffman wrote about everyday life as a stage, people running different versions of themselves depending who's watching. One version at work, another with friends, a third one online. Each version takes upkeep. At some point, the obvious question shows up. If every room gets a different version of you, where does the actual person live? Maybe that's why genuinely peaceful people can be hard to read. They're not trying to prove how smart they are. They don't rush to correct every misunderstanding. No urgent need to win every argument or announce every win. To someone running on validation, that can look like a lack of ambition. It's not that. It's freedom. From carrying an audience into every room, from measuring your worth by reactions, from running comparisons on a loop all day. The underrated person still grows and still wants things. The difference is who the steps belong to first. There's another twist in here. The less energy you spend convincing people you're valuable, the more your actual work starts doing that on its own. Quiet competence doesn't ask for attention and somehow still gets found by it eventually. A tree doesn't announce it's growing. It just grows, season after season, and eventually people are resting in its shade without really registering when that started. Lao Tzu's line was something like, "Those who know don't talk much, and those who talk much don't always know." Not an argument against talking. More a reminder that real strength usually doesn't feel a need to advertise itself. It just carries a kind of calm that holds up whether anyone's watching or not. So maybe the real question isn't, how do I become underrated? Maybe it's, whose eyes am I actually living for? That answer quietly runs underneath every decision you make, whether your days end up being a performance or just an experience, whether your head stays crowded with imaginary spectators or gets quiet enough to hear your own thoughts again. The world will keep rewarding people who know how to get attention. Life quietly rewards the ones who protect their peace instead. And eventually, when the noise dies down, you notice something. Being underrated was never about getting smaller. It was about becoming a little harder for the world to steer. If this perspective changed the way you see your own mind, take a second to like this video and share it with someone who's been quietly fighting this invisible battle. And if you're ready to understand the hidden psychology behind everyday human behavior, subscribe to Psyscholar, because every week we explore the darker patterns shaping our lives and how to rise above them.